Welcome to Kenji's Kitchen. Today we are going to make Anko. Anko is sweet red beans, AZUKI beans, and it is used for many Japanese sweets. And for many people who grown up in United States, maybe not so familiar with sweet beans. But for me, for example, for the first time I tasted refried beans or savory beans dishes in United States after moving here. It was a little bit of hard for me because I'm so used to sweet beans instead of savory one. But now I love savory beans too. So I hope you're going to like the azuki beans anko and enjoy those Japanese anko sweet dishes for the future. And this is azuki beans. And azuki beans, compared to the regular other beans, does not require soaking. So it's kind of like an easy way to handle, because when you think you want to make an anko, you can always create the anko without really soaking a long time. And you want to sort out the azukis before we are going to wash, because some of the azuki beans are shriveled like this, and these takes time to cook, not the same time as like other beans. So we want to take those out, and we are going to wash these and start cooking. So after washing the beans, I added 5 cups of water, and we are going to start boil. You can use high heat for until it starts boiling, and then we are going to do the next step. So once water started boiling, we are going to add 2 cups of cold water. And turn this heat to the medium heat. And wait until it comes back to the boil. Once started reboiling, we are going to turn down the heat a little bit less. I'm going to turn down like a little bit lower than the medium low, and cook about 10 minutes. Then we are going to turn off the heat and cover and wait about 30 minutes. So about 10 minutes passed. So now I am going to turn off the heat and cover and let it sit this azuki water for 30 minutes until it's get really saturated the water. So after 30 minutes letting a bean sit in the water, this is the other condition, and the next step is we are going to drain all those this water and put the new cold 5 cup of water and start boiling again. That maybe you are wondering why we do this process, which is we are trying to get rid of the bitterness from the azuki beans. So now I added fresh water, 5 cups, and I'm turning the heat to the high heat and make it start boiling. And once it starts boiling, we are going to turn down the heat to low and keep cooking 30 to 60 minutes until it gets soft. So while you are cooking, sometimes you see those foams start appearing. Those foams you want to scoop out and get rid of it. And while you are cooking 30 minutes to 60 minutes, if water start evaporating and beans start showing, you want to add more water so that beans are always under the water. So after about 1 hour today I cooked, the beans are really soft. So for example, if you push, just it should break like this. So this is a soft, and now we are going to start adding the sugar. And right now water is too much. We don't want to add the sugar too much with too much water, so we are going to reduce the water. So after taking the excess water, you want to have some water still remaining. So like it's not quite like a covering all the beans or anything, but like this much of the water you used to keep on. And we are going to add sugar. The first sugar amount is, this is a total 12 ounce of sugar, but we are going to add about half of them first. And once you start adding sugar, it will start releasing more water too. And let's see how it goes. So as you can see, after adding half of sugar, the beans start releasing more liquid. Therefore, it's not added any water or anything, but like it became like this. We are going to cook until it reduces more water, liquid. Then we are going to add next sugar. So wait until the water reduced again, about like the same amount as before adding the first amount of the sugar. Now this is the time to add rest of the sugar. And mix them. And keep cooking until water reduces. And we are going to add a little bit of salt to make it even sweeter. So after second sugar has been added, I am going to add this half teaspoon of salt. Again, this makes a contrast and makes this Anko taste a little bit even sweeter. And make sure you are not going to burn, because it could be burned once the water starts reducing. So keep stirring. So here is the other one example how I eat the Anko. So I have the other little bit of ice cream here, and we can eat. And when the Anko's done, that is usually it's get much thicker. So after it gets cooler, so you want to stop at that one point so that it won't get too hard. So you kind of like have to realize it's going to be harder once it gets cold. And you can use Anko for many different sweets, like dorayaki, or you can make mochi, or you can make many different ones. So, and today's recipe create quite a bit of Anko, and usually what I do is those Anko you can keep it in the freezer. So I put it in the Ziploc bag without any air, and I put it in the freezer up to like 1 month or so you can use, and all you have to do is just defrost. And here is the Anko I can have. So itadakimasu. A little bit of ice cream too. Anko is it's sweet but not overly sweet, and has like a really nice azuki beans flavor. So it's really great Japanese sweet basics, and you can again create many different kind of Anko based sweets. So I hope you are going to make Anko at home, and happy cooking!